You spend hours editing your resume, apply to a couple jobs on LinkedIn, and never hear back. Turns out, you might not even be competing against humans anymore. You're up against AI-generated resumes, and recruiters are even using AI to filter them out. But what if I told you, there's a way to skip the bots entirely and get your resume in front of a real person who actually works at your dream company? I recently read an article by the New York Times that cited LinkedIn is receiving an average of 11,000 applications per minute on their platform. This is the result of job seekers using these AI tools, leading to recruiters not being able to tell the difference between an AI applicant and a real human being applying for a position. And that's why you've seen the rise of things like HireViews or these other assessments to try to test if you're actually a human applying to these positions. You'd be sorely mistaken if you think that recruiters are going to be able to parse through this wave of applicants manually, which is why they're using AI tools to do so. So this AI versus AI battle of the applicants using it and ChatGPTing their resume to have all the different keywords that are exactly in the job description, and the recruiters also using AI to try to screen and filter out their candidates to try to come to a short list of people that they're going to invite for an interview, is really just creating a bunch of noise, not opportunities. Want to see what makes a great resume stand out in the sea of AI sludge? Submit yours for a free review. We'll break it down and give you some actionable advice on a YouTube live stream if you submit it in the link in the description below. I've seen it, and I'm sure you have too. You click on a job posting on LinkedIn that's been posted 2 hours ago, and it already has 1,000+ applicants. This is just not the way to find an internship in the age of AI. Now, the problem isn't just that people are using AI. It's that they're using it poorly, blindly spamming applications, hoping that something will stick. And that's not how real hiring works. The best opportunities don't go to the masses. They go to the people who know how to build relationships with decision makers. Referrals, warm intros, personalized follow-ups. That's what actually moves the needle. And that's how you gain access to this underground job network where you can bypass all of the dumb LinkedIn easy apply, thousands of applicants you're competing against and getting filtered out by an AI system having to do a HireView. If you can get a referral into the company from somebody who actually works there via building a relationship with them and having coffee chats over multiple months, or just building a relationship over time, even before you actually need to get an internship, oftentimes they will let you skip that whole process and lead you directly to an interview, which is a much higher hit rate than if you just keep trying to spam applications on LinkedIn Easy Apply and never hearing back. Now, that's also not to say that your resume doesn't have to be pristine and in tip-top shape and still have some of the relevant keywords that are in the job description and highlight your achievements rather than outlining tasks that you've completed. All of that is still important, and honestly, even just a prerequisite if you ever expect to have a referral given to you from somebody within the company. If you think about it from their seat, why would they refer somebody, even if they have a great relationship with you, why would they refer somebody who has typos in their resume, has weird formatting, has their picture in their resume, and doesn't have any inspiring bullet points? This is where using AI effectively comes in handy. You don't necessarily have to have your resume pinpoint tailored exactly to the specifications of what is in each and every job description that you're applying to. When I was going through it, I only had 2 versions of my resume. I had one that was used for banking roles and a second one for consulting roles when I was applying to those types of industries. It saved me plenty of time where instead of loading my resume and the job description into ChatGPT to spit out personalized bullets using the keywords in the job description, I just had a resume for banking that had all of the general themes and the general keywords that you needed in order to stand out in a banking type role. And the same thing for my consulting type resume, kind of shifting the experiences to really highlight skills that were useful in those types of jobs, and instead spend my time networking and trying to build relationships with people and find people that would be interested in helping a student looking for an internship. Another myth that I want to bust during this video is the idea of spraying and praying, right? Like having a shotgun approach where you just spit everything out and you hope something sticks. I don't think that's the right approach in today's market, where you're applying to anything with finance in the title of the job, right? That's where you get into these positions where you have to compete against the thousands of applicants who are doing the same exact thing as you, using the same keywords to get their AI agent to auto apply to these LinkedIn Easy Apply applications. It's like that quote from Seneca where he says, "If one does not know to which port one is sailing, no wind is favorable." If you don't actually know the target job that you're trying to apply to, or the specific industry within the whole realm of finance, since it's so broad, you're just gonna end up applying to anything and everything, right? Like maybe you can even niche down to finance, but within a certain type of telecommunications company rather than an investment bank. If you can narrow your focus, then this method of being highly personalized and highly engaged in your application process, where you actually have to spend multiple hours applying to a job or an internship rather than just clicking LinkedIn Easy Apply and then it's gone in 2 seconds. This is a lot more manageable when you have a handful of select targets that you really want to gun for, rather than if you were trying to do this super tailored and highly personalized approach to thousands and thousands of companies. Obviously, this would be very overwhelming and not be a very good strategy to pursue, because you would be spending so much time doing this for the thousands of companies that you're applying to. Back 1 year and 2 years ago, when I was searching for summer internships and my full-time job, I only applied to maybe 40 or 50 openings max during each of those recruiting seasons. And it was because I was taking this super tailored approach. I was very specific in what I wanted out of my internship or job. I really narrowed it down to a couple places where that could be found. And that allowed me to have the time to spend on these applications and actually network with people within the firms that I wanted to join and give me the best leg into getting an interview, getting referrals, and having recruiters reach out to me saying, "Hey, you should apply to this job application. We thought you would be a good fit." And skipping all the stupid HireVue and AI filtering processes, because they knew who I was. They just wanted to get me into an interview for the formal HR process and bypass all of the other hoops that they make everybody else cold applying go through. Ready to ditch the bots and actually land an interview? Apply to join the next cohort of From Scratch to Success down in the description below. Let's cook. We'll see you over there.